Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about 10 products in my collection that I feel like I have gotten my money's worth out of. A couple weeks ago I did 10 products in my collection I feel like I haven't gotten my money's worth out of, and today we're doing the flip side of that. So I hope you guys are excited to see what I feel like I've gotten a good amount of use on. Yeah, and just feel like, you know, it was worth the pennies spent. I originally saw Samantha March. I believe she's the original creator of this video, so I'll leave her channel and her videos that she's done for this down below for you guys to check out if you're interested in this style of video or if you like this style of video. Before we jump into the video, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you'll consider doing so before you go. I post videos every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so I have two eyeshadow palettes to talk about. The first one is a little mini. This is the Tartelette Tease palette, and I actually had this in my 2018 Project Pan last year, and I have panned 4 shades in here. I believe this cost $24, and I've gotten so much use out of this. This used to be my everyday go-to palette for work looks. It was so easy to just create a simple, easy, work appropriate look, and I loved this palette for that. I will continue to keep this palette in my collection for times that I want to roll in a palette like this into my Shop My Stash. I'm currently trying to pan a bunch of other eyeshadows, so I haven't been focused on this one that much lately, but I have, not kidding you guys, used this so many times. I definitely feel like I got my money's worth out of this. I know they have a warm toned one like this, I forget what it's called, but I would definitely consider picking that up. But if you guys are looking for just a super simple, easy, neutral eyeshadow palette that's easy to travel with, isn't going to give you a lot of options, but is going to be a go-to if you're looking for just that easy look, I would definitely recommend this. I think it is well worth the $24. The other eyeshadow palette I have to mention is the ABH Mario palette. This is another one that has gotten so much use, so much love out of me. I actually never intended to buy this, but when I purchased this, I was purchasing something else at a Macy's counter, and they had this there on display, and it was beautiful, but they didn't have any, like, it looked like they were out of them. And when I was checking out, I wish I could remember what other palette I was buying, but when I was buying the other palette, I asked the sales associate, I was like, so are you guys really out of the ABH Mario palette? And she's like, well, let me go check. And it turns out they still had some left in stock. So I purchased this on a whim, but boy am I glad that I did, because I just love this palette. It offers a cool toned matte, which I love to use someday. Just pop this in my crease and leave for work. But then it has a ton of warm tone options too, and I love that it has this satin shimmery green and blue as well. Just like fun, it's just like a fun color story in my opinion. I get that it's like more neutral. Some people might think of this as boring, but I personally love it. I can create so many different looks out of this. This is another one that's really easy for me to travel with, so really glad that I ended up purchasing this, and I do feel like this was well worth my money. Next up, I have 2 highlighters to share with you guys, and the first one, spoiler alert, this is going to be a spoiler if you guys are following my 2019 and 2019 Project Pan. It's the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Highlight in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal, and I have some pan going on this, which is super exciting. I never thought in my life I would pan a highlight, and I am so excited that I hit pan on this. I recently mentioned this in, oh my gosh, what did I mention this in? Oh, my if I could only choose one for 2019. I said if I could only choose one highlight to use forever, it would be this. If I ever use this up, which I actually could see myself using this entire thing up, I would 100% repurchase. I really like the more subtle side. It still gives like, not an intense highlight, but it's not super subtle. I just love the effect that this gives. This is by far my favorite highlight. I can't remember what these cost, maybe $32. It's either 20, I think it's 32. Worth every penny. So glad that I picked this up. And then also I have my Natasha Denona Glow. This is in the shade number 1, and I haven't hit pan on this or anything, but I've used this so much. I also really love this highlight. I could definitely see myself hitting pan on this someday. It's a super huge pan. This costs $38, but I feel like with continued use, like I already feel like fulfilled in the amount of use I've gotten versus the amount that I've spent, and I haven't even hit pan yet, so I'm going to continue to use this and just feel even more and more like I got all $38 worth of use. But this is such a beautiful highlight. Again, another favorite in my collection, and I definitely think that this was worth the price tag. Alright guys, for my next item I have a blush to mention. This is my Hourglass Mini Blush in Mood Exposure. I paid $20 for this. I've pretty much gotten 3 to 4 full months of use out of this, using this at least like 4 to 5 times per week, and I'm not even close to hitting pan on this. So this has been well worth the $20 I spent. I also love this blush. I feel like you can use this all year round. I think I also mentioned this. I did mention this in my If You Could Only Choose One. It's just such a phenomenal blush, such a good formula. Again, you can wear this all year round. I feel like it's not like a seasonal type of blush. I am going to continue to use this over and over again, but I definitely already feel like I got my money's worth on this one. Next up, I have a bronzer to mention. This is going to be another spoiler alert for my 19 and 2019. I'm sorry, you guys. This is the Becca bronzer in Sunlit. Obviously, I've hit pan on this. I have used this so much, and I still have a ton of product left. I also love this bronzer. I also think I mentioned this in my If I Could Only Choose One. So sorry if there's a lot of like repeat products, you guys, but obviously I love this bronzer. I think it is so good. This was $38, but I think it was worth every single dollar, and I would definitely repurchase this. Next up, I have my ABH Brow Powder Duo. I've talked about loving this product so much. I've gotten a ton of use out of it, hit some pan. I have gotten almost a year's worth of use out of this. I pretty much only exclusively use this product, and I still have probably at least 3/4 of this product left. This was $22 maybe? Worth every, like, literally if this shattered right now and I couldn't use a drop of product, more of this, like, I wouldn't even feel bad about going to buy another one. I really wouldn't feel bad about any of these. Like, I already feel like I've got my money's worth on all of these, but like especially this one. We're gonna finish it off with 2 gloss formulas, which is shocking. If you told me I was gonna be saying this like a year ago, I would have been like, that's crazy, because I don't even really like gloss. But I am a total gloss girl now. The first one is my Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Can You Not. This is a beautiful nude lip gloss, and I absolutely love it. I've gotten so much use out of it. I still feel like I have a ton left. Like, I don't think I'm even close to like hitting pan or using it up, so I think this is so worth it. You get so much product, and it's such a beautiful shade. I really do like the Dose of Colors lip gloss formula. And then also I have the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is in the shade Fussy, but I actually feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of the original one. You will get so much product for $18. I think of all the lip gloss formulas, the Fenty Beauty one is so, my daughter's trying to leave with one of the glosses. Hey, thank you. I think the Gloss Bomb is one of my, it's like probably my favorite gloss formula. It's beautiful on like, I just feel like it's such a universally flattering shade. I feel like anyone can really wear it. I'm glad I picked up Fussy. I've been loving this one as well. $18 again, so worth it. You get so much product, especially in comparison to other lip gloss formulas. So Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, definitely got my money's worth out of it. After that, that's going to conclude the 10 items in my collection that I feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of. You guys will have to let me know in the comment box below what products you have in your collection that you feel like you've already gotten your money's worth out of. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so before you go, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.